Hey, what's up YouTube? JD here, and today we're going to talk about what's trending right now on the internet. The first thing we're going to talk about, the number one thing, is the Ultimate Warrior has passed away at the age of 54. Now, this guy was intense. He was just a beast in the ring. He was a beast in life as far as his intensity and the message he was trying to put out. And he spent the last couple decades of his life just touring and speaking and writing books and whatever else he was doing. And it doesn't make sense somebody at his age, 54 years old, just collapsing and dying. I feel bad for his family and his friends and the other wrestlers that you know really liked the Warrior, that looked up to the Warrior, that wanted their careers to go a similar path to his, and now he's just gone. He got inducted to the Hall of Fame this past weekend, and then he did an appearance on Monday Night Raw where he gave a real, I guess, motivational type speech where he talked about what it become, how to become a legend and what it takes to become a legend and what happens when a legend dies. And it's pretty ironic that's the speech he gave on Monday, and then he dies on Tuesday. I mean, it's just ironic. And he looked like he was in pretty bad health Monday, so we don't know what was going on. I didn't see what the cause of death was, but he just collapsed on his way to his car, and by the time he got to the hospital, he was gone, and they couldn't revive him. So, to his friends and family, we send our condolences, and we hope that you guys can carry on the name and his legacy. For the fans that were Warrior fans, it's, if you didn't hear about it, now you're hearing about it. So you can look it up, do your research. I did some research on my own, and for those that didn't know, his real name was James Bryan Hellwig. He got his name legally changed to Warrior. He dropped the Ultimate part. So his wife's last name is Warrior, and his kids' last names are Warrior. So that was a legal name change. In his wrestling career, he went by several names. The first one was Blade Runner Rock. Second one was the Dingo Warrior, which most people know about. There's been a lot of rumors and hearsay about there being more than one Dingo Warrior. That he wasn't the first, but he's the one who carried on the name. Then there was Jim Justice Hellwig, which is one of his ring names. And then the last two, of course, were the Ultimate Warrior and just Warrior. His career in the WWE was from 1987, 1991, and then 92 to 96. And then he did his year in 98 where he went after Hulk Hogan. And then recently he did a video collection that he put out on YouTube blasting Hulk Hogan. Whether these two, patch things up, I don't know, but he really put Hulk Hogan on notice that nobody was going to deal with his bullshit anymore. And so that collection's probably still up on YouTube if you can find it, if you care. It's up to you. So yeah, Warrior's dead, age 54. So don't matter how intense you are, how powerful you are. It doesn't matter, how you eat, how you exercise. It all depends on how you really take care of yourself, and he was just too intense for life, I guess. Alright, next thing that's on there is called the heart bleeder bug. And the heart bleeder bug was something that was discovered, and it's a virus that's affected the machines that run information for like Facebook and Google and things like that. And what it does is it opens the doorway in the OpenSSL to allow massive amounts of data to be just extracted. And it went on for at least 2 years, they say, without being detected. It's recently been found and fixed, but they're suggesting that any websites where you have privacy issues, you need to go on and change all your passwords. They're not guaranteeing that it's going to protect you, but they're in the process of now sending out a repair to all the sites. So it's going to be a tedious process for them to fix it. But just to protect yourself, go ahead and go change all your passwords. And check that out. You can do more research on it. Just type it into your search bar and do some research. It shouldn't be an issue after this. It should be fixed. But these internet bugs are getting out of hand. And if this was something like an app or something built into an app, they could have fixed it quickly. But because this is actually affecting the main servers, it's a big problem for them. So that's your update on that. The last thing I'm talking about today is Toyota. Now, I've never been a big fan of Toyota. Never really liked Toyota. They always had a good reputation up to a few years ago, when these gas pedals started sticking on these cars and people were getting hurt. Well, since that time, we've had a lot of recalls by Toyota. And guess what? There's another one. Apparently Toyota has just recalled another 6.4 million cars worldwide. And it's on cars built from 2004 to 2013. 27 different models for at least 3 different reasons. The first 2 reasons that I saw were the seat rails on the steering column and the starter cables, the ones that actually control the starter switches that control the starter. Apparently it's allowing the cars to catch on fire. And there are several other problems that were talked about in the article. So why are we still buying Toyotas? Why are we still making Toyotas? Obviously there's a huge problem with this product. Millions and millions of people's lives are at stake every day when they get behind the wheel of these cars. People sink thousands of dollars into brand new cars, and they put their loyalty into these companies just to turn around and have this shit happen again. Toyota, what the hell is the problem? Fix your shit. You got millions of people, millions, thousands have already been hurt. But now millions of people are at risk of their cars just burning to the ground because of your shoddy work. What the hell is wrong with you people? Car dealerships, car manufacturers, these cars are supposed to be built for safety. They're supposed to be built for longevity. And this is the shit you're giving to the consumer? This is the shit we got to keep dealing with? And I know it's just not Toyota, but this is the most prevalent one because Toyota was supposed to be one of the best cars on the road, and their shit's being recalled almost every year. This is ridiculous. 6.4 million cars. Again, Toyota. My mom had a van, and it was a pretty nice van, and we didn't have any problems out of it. I know people that have had Toyotas for, 15 years, same car, running great, no problems. But it seems like here lately that car manufacturers just don't give a damn about safety. They claim they do, but they're cutting corners. They're saving money by buying superior parts for these cars. And what the hell, man? We're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on these cars. You need to fix the problems. Alright guys, well, my last thing just has nothing to do with what's trending right now, but the Ultimate Warrior just brings me into another wrestling situation. Undertaker's streak was broke by Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. This is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've seen in a long time from the wrestling organizations. Everything's scripted and everything is, choreographed and everything. And to me, if you're going to end the streak of the Undertaker, which has been going on for, 2 decades, at least let it go to somebody that deserves to take it. Not Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar don't deserve shit. He needs to take his ass home and hide somewhere. This guy don't deserve to come in here and beat the Undertaker for his streak. Now I understand. I didn't watch the match, and I don't need to watch the match. But from what I can understand, even the referee, after he counted the 3 count, was shocked. He acted like he didn't know what the hell was going on, like he wasn't supposed to count to 3, which I believe he probably wasn't. But Undertaker was hurt because Brock Lesnar does that. These wrestlers go out every day and they practice this shit. And they're supposed to do stuff to help each other to keep from getting hurt. But Brock Lesnar doesn't do that. He just goes out and does his thing, and this is the problem his first time in the WWE. he was hurting the other wrestlers. You know, I understand wrestling is supposed to be physical, and it is. It's extremely physical. But there's supposed to be safety precautions too. And Brock Lesnar didn't learn from the first time he was here. Undertaker had to go to the hospital after the match because he had a severe concussion. Well, when you get dropped on your head 3 times and you're not supposed to be dropped that way, that's what happens. You know, wrestlers and boxers and football players, they all have the same problems with the head injuries. The problem is when you have UFC fighters and wrestlers and boxers, there's nothing there to protect their heads. At least football players got padded helmets on. These guys are doing physical activity that can do severe damage to their bodies. But you got to take the precautions that are in place and not just go willy-nilly or through the matches. So for me, WWE needs to get rid of Brock Lesnar. And whether the Undertaker comes back or not, I don't know. He's probably close to the end of his line, and he probably should have retired last year. He's not looking as good as he used to. But I still don't believe he should have lost to Brock Lesnar. And that's just my 2 cents. If you agree, great. If you don't, that's fine also. So that's it. That's my video for this week. You guys go ahead and leave me some comments at the bottom. If you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.